What the hell is that? There's something white just moved in between those trees right there. That person is crouched down.
Well, I can clearly see them on the night vision. Look at the eyes looking. Something's on the rocks watching us right there, look.
CJ Faison is an exploration and paranormal creator known for solo camping trips, haunted locations, and dangerous late-night adventures. In this video, he returns alone to the Pine Barrens, the same forest where he previously felt stalked during an earlier van camping trip. CJ explains that viewers were split on whether he should return, but he decides to revisit the exact same campground anyway.
And let me just go ahead and tell you this. I'm headed back to my original campsite that I went to the very first time with this van. And that is where human interaction happened. Now, the good thing is I have listened to a lot of you in the comments section, and we're like, CJ, can you put cameras around your van? I do have the suction cup GoPro mounts. Now, the GoPro batteries usually last about 2 hours. So when I do go to sleep, I will be, at least putting them on. I do have my side lights out here and all of that. And yeah, that's what's gonna illuminate the area around me. And hopefully I don't have any problems. Me personally, I have an idea of where someone could be hiding within these woods.
This time, he brings extra cameras, lights, and his electric bike to explore deeper sections of the woods.
I'm going back to basics, and I'm trying to keep as minimal stuff in here as possible. And that's why you're seeing just a couple of cases, a book bag, and my handy dandy Starlink Mini. I don't go anywhere without that.
After arriving at the campsite, he talks about strange emails he received from locals describing hidden trails and possible places where people could secretly camp near the river. He later bikes down one of those trails and quickly realizes the area really could hide people without anyone noticing.
In all of the East Coast, over there is a river that runs along there. People say that, I don't know how, I think it's kind of bogus too, that people are always like, oh yeah, people will take like chest waders and wade through the waters and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, honestly, I've always been like, I don't know if that's true or not, but who am I to say about people's stories and everything? So it is what it is. I'm trying to remember. No, that's not the trail. There's a trail up here, I believe, that is this it? Oh yeah, this is it right here. Looks like somebody's already been back here. Oh yeah, look at that. That was some horse doo-doo back there.
Further into the woods, CJ discovers old campfire spots, rumors of homeless pinnies, and areas where someone could easily move between the forest and campground unseen.
This is somebody's campfire right here at one point in time. Doesn't seem warm, isn't smoking. But as you can see, this would be the perfect spot. Like if you wanted to run back and forth between the campground and, be basically off the grid, this is where it happens at. And there's also these people that live back here in the woods. It's like rumored to be like a bunch of homeless people that live back here and, kind of not necessarily stalk people, but they're definitely keep an eye on things. And they're called Pineys.
Then the mood changes completely when he notices what appears to be a crouching figure moving between trees.
And the people who are trying to live off of the grid, what the hell is that? There's something white just moved in between those trees right there. And I can see it. That person is crouched down. Person's crouched down. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, this isn't sketchy at all. What the hell? But see all these areas that you could like just literally go off the grid and camp for weeks at a time. Like, who's gonna question you? See, what is that? I'm gonna go over here for a second and just pretend like I'm not looking over there, but there's 155% a person over there.
As he continues exploring, the situation becomes more intense. He hears yelling somewhere in the forest, notices multiple trees blocking the trails.
Before I make a right, I slow down a little bit, and I'm like, oh, that was a little weird. I'm starting to hear someone yell in the distance, and I freaking wish I had audio. So instead of going up further to the left of your screen right now, that's where I felt like I was hearing things. And now I'm going a little faster. I kind of look to my right. I'm like, oh, geez, there's now someone to the right of me. I'm panicking. Now, I'm man enough to admit, you can see this is the fastest I've gone. There's obviously limbs and trees and all that kind of stuff that's down. Next time I will angle the GoPro up for everyone to see. But off to my right, this is where something really bad is about to happen. Now, I'm starting to notice that there are trees laid across this trail randomly. So think about it. I mean, it could be innocent, right? Or it could be something. Now I come into this open area and I'm looking to my right and I'm looking to my left because now I'm hearing yelling again. All right. And I'm like, okay, it sounded like it was from there. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. You know me, I'm talking along. And now I'm feeling like I'm hearing it over here, but I cannot see anyone.
And then hears a gunshot nearby while trying to navigate back through the woods. CJ becomes trapped between fallen trees and starts panicking, unsure if someone is intentionally setting barriers across the paths.
Now, this is going to be rough trying to get through here really quickly. There's briars to the left and to the right of you, so it's not like you can really go off trail. Now, boom, right here, there was gunshots. I don't know if this was strategic or not, but the gunshot is to the left. If you're looking at this video, it's over on the left-hand side, and now I'm hearing people on the right-hand side over here. So now I'm turning my attention to where I heard the gunshot. Now, this could, I'm trying to be strategic about this. I am absolutely shitting my pants right now because there's a tree in front of me that I have to get my bike over, and there's a tree behind me. So now if I get up and try to go, it's going to be very, very tough and difficult to do so. I'm panicked. I'm like, okay, what do I do? I've got no cell phone reception. It's the Pine Barrens. I'm screwed. Now I'm looking out and I'm just kind of gazing, trying to look for any movement up top. I am crouched down. I took my helmet off because, quite frankly, it is bright, bright yellow. And I stand out like a sore thumb. That little thing blinking on my vest right there, too, is it's a heated vest. So it's not like somebody has a laser beam on me or anything. So I'm starting to get up. I'm looking around. I'm absolutely mortified at this point. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, maybe they're hunting. And then it reminded myself that this is not hunting, or it is hunting season, but not in this area of the Pinelands. So I'm looking around a little bit more.
Things get worse when he hears someone say, "You better go," causing him to freeze before rushing out of the area.
Trees down in every forest. Now right here, this is when I heard the words, "You better go." And I froze. I froze in fear. And I'm like, what the hell do I do? So I get off the bike for a second and I'm like, okay, I could continue going, but I'm thinking, okay, if there's a gunshot on one side of the forest, there's people talking and yelling on the other side. That's why I'm looking back and forth. I'm like, okay, maybe they're talking to each other or there's a dispute. I don't know, but I'm not trying to get in the middle of it. So anyway, I hop back on my bike like a good little boy.
Later, while riding around the campground at night, he spots hidden car lights deep in the woods that suddenly switch off after he notices them.
Oh shit. There's car lights. They just turned them off. I fucking knew I heard somebody back here. Alright, I'm gonna try something different here, y'all.
Eventually, CJ abandons the original campsite entirely. He admits the fear felt different from paranormal activity, explaining that unknown human encounters in the Pine Barrens scare him more than ghosts ever could. Welcome to The Woods UK is a wild camping and woodland channel focused on bushcraft, solo camps, trail cams, and strange things found deep in private woods. In this video, he returns to a secluded woodland after discovering that the small cabin he had started building has been completely destroyed.
This woodland just gets stranger and stranger, but the gutting thing is I was hoping to show you lot that cabin, but I might as well show you it's wrecked now. But I'll show you the video I was starting to make that would have probably took a month or two to put up. Although there weren't a lot of work put into that frame, there was a lot of work elsewhere on the yard where I've broken down about 50-60 large 7-foot pallets, broken all the boarding off it to make walls for that. I even measured up my stove, so a little stove would have gone in there. I'm not going to scrap it. I'm just going to I'm going to have to rethink the idea.
He first shows the wreckage and explains how much work had already gone into it, from breaking down dozens of heavy pallets to carrying materials in by hand. The strange part is that the frame seems to collapse while he is filming, even though nobody is visible nearby. After checking several trail cameras, things become even stranger.
I spent most of yesterday night looking through trail cam footage. Cameras 1 to 6 that are out in that woodland have been brought in, and yesterday evening I spent from about 8 o'clock all the way to early hours sifting through from camera 1 to camera 6 hundreds of files of birds, rabbit, deer, hares. But then when I got to the last cameras, I found something a bit more shocking.
He finds a figure appearing at night on one camera, then another possible person in camouflage or a poncho during the day.
Doing a bit of wildlife photography, but whoever it is shouldn't be there. They haven't got permission to be there. It's only me. I've phoned.
He cannot tell if it is a poacher, wildlife photographer, trespasser, or something else. But whoever it is should not be there.
It's definitely, again, if it's not the same person, it is a person. They're dressed up in some sort of camouflage or poncho. I mean, it looks like they've got a big beard. I think it's a man, to be honest with you.
Later, he returns near dusk to investigate the ruined cabin area. As darkness falls, he hears what sounds like wood splitting or chopping nearby, very similar to a creepy experience.
It's got darker a lot quicker than what I thought it would, and it's drawn in pitch black, inky black. I'm almost on top of the site of cabin number 2. That is where cabin number 2 is, or was, should I say. You should all remember, it should be put together by now. I was proper agitated that someone's done this to that. I don't know if you can hear it. I didn't see anything, but I could hear like wood splitting, like as in like someone chopping wood, like with an axe or something. I'm not entirely sure what that would have been. That was it. Right, okay. I don't think that's got anything to do with poachers, that noise. That's pretty much what happened to me last January. So, didn't plan on staying the night in here tonight. So I'm going to go back to the car
The anxiety becomes too much, and he leaves for the night. A few days later, he comes back determined to face the fear properly and camp alone beside the ruined cabin.
Well, I've made it in here, so we're here for the night now. It's late afternoon, and I just want to go through a few things with you. So despite the cabin being staked into the ground, it was turned up on its heaviest end, with the door frame being up in the air, and then it obviously collapsed down. But it was also put in, so it would have been facing into these woods, and it was actually turned around and then put on its end by the looks of it. There's no other way it could have got like this, really. So, strange. So I'm going to be camping about here, just with my camera bag and tripod hanging from the tree. I'm going to camp in this little space.
He explains how the cabin had been turned and lifted in a way that does not look natural, then sets up his tent nearby. To feel safer, he installs a non-lethal trip alarm around the camp, designed to create a loud bang if anything crosses the line during the night.
Just while I let that cook, it'd be interesting to know if any of the viewers suffer from anxiety from wild camping, whether that be like solo or as a group. It'd be interesting to find out what people think. It is one of them things where primal fear does take over when it's completely dark and you're in the middle of the woods. Some people even get it in towns and cities. I don't think it's anything to be ashamed of. It's just, you know, it's ingrained in us to be a bit more cautious when it's dark and we can't see in the dark. Obviously some animals are nocturnal, they can see. We're not built like that, so our primitive fear does get raised up quite a bit. It's just a matter of practicing it, and once you've practiced it, obviously like anything, you get better.
Rain keeps him inside the tent for most of the evening, and he eventually settles down for sleep. Later in the night, he wakes after hearing several bangs and footsteps roughly 40 yards away.
I've not got a clue what that noise was. There's about 8 different noises, sound like someone was walking around about 40 yards away. I had no bang off of the alarm, but definitely a banging in the woods.
Though the alarm never goes off. Man Dog Wild is an outdoor adventure channel where remote mountain hikes, camping trips, and dog-led explorations often turn into strange and unsettling encounters. In this video, he looks back at the most disturbing moments from one specific mountain area. He begins by explaining that the activity seemed to grow stronger each time he returned. What started as odd noises slowly became heavier, almost like something was reacting to their presence.
Of the strangest experiences we've had in the mountains. Looking back, as we look forward to returning to those same mountains, thinking about it, the whole thing kind of reminded me of spirit or poltergeist activity, almost. Not to say it was, but in the fact that the more we went, the more happened, the higher the intensity. They say the best thing you can do is ignore it, don't feed it fear, and it will go away.
The first strange moment happens during a tent camp with Yeti. After nightfall, he hears unexplained footsteps outside the tent while Yeti stays completely calm.
The sun has gone down, and that's me and Yeti in the tent now. Gonna go all that good stuff in, huh, Yeti? All that good stuff. I think we're both knackered out, so and that'll be it for us in the tent. We'll catch you guys in the morning.
Almost as if she senses nothing at all.
Eddie.
Later, he returns with DC, and the strangeness starts before camp is even set up.
As with a lot of wild fruit trees in this region, it just doesn't receive the...
Yeti locks onto something in the valley. A cat is seen hiding high in a tree, and both dogs seem focused on something deeper in the woods.
They're not the cat either, because the cat is still in a tree. So the dogs don't want to go in the woods. The cat's up in the tree, out of the way of the woods, and whatever is in those woods, moving around. Obviously, no one wants to deal with. So if the cat wanted to get down, now would be the ideal time. But the cat is not getting down. The cat is getting higher in the tree. And it looks like it's looking down at something right now.
That night, while eating, he hears what sounds like a voice calling help, or help me from the woods.
So legit, I'm sure I heard someone say help or help me. I'm pretty sure it's coming from those woods. I don't see any eye shine. No eye shine. It's all quiet. Just probably. Nope. Nope. Nope.
He explains how dangerous those woods are because they are dense, deep, and almost impossible to escape once inside. On another visit, Yeti comes out of the woods with 4 strange scratches on her side, spaced too widely to look like normal thorns.
Look on her side there. Look on her side. I wonder. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4 scratch marks. I wonder if that's what made her whelp in the woods earlier. But they're almost like they were more finger width wide. They weren't obviously DC. They weren't any crown of thorns. They were wide. I'll have to check those out in a minute. One of the unsettling things I noticed when we came here last time was just how quiet it was. The complete lack of wildlife noise. No bird song, no sound whatsoever. Just like now.
The whole area is silent, with no birds or insects at all. The strangest moment comes when he camps near the tree line, and later hears a robotic, radio-like sound.
The fuck is that? The fuck is that? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
decides they need to leave. The video then turns darker with bones, skulls, strange markers, upside-down crosses.
There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's normal. But then what I found abnormal was more bones and a skull. And another skull. And another skull. And another skull. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 skulls. They're the carcasses, huh? More skulls. Another skull. She's not letting her go out there. That's a prized possession right there. Look at this. Easy. It's okay. Be nice. Agu, come. Come here. Agu. So obviously these mountains are strange places. Someone's come out here and made this. They've made this and I don't know what to make of this. What's your guys' thoughts on this? I have no idea.
And a final spirit box session where something named Ralph claims to be the dark figure watching them.
What the fuck, huh? Daddy? Okay, Ralph. Are you the dark figure that was watching us within the woods the last time we were here?
In the dark.
That was you. In the dark. You were the dark figure. Yes, I hear something.
Smithereens is an outdoor exploration channel focused on abandoned places, strange locations, and unsettling investigations in remote areas. In this video, the group explores a mysterious concrete structure hidden deep in a sacred canyon, where locals have shared disturbing stories about strange encounters and possible skinwalker activity. The video begins with the team discovering a massive circular concrete slab surrounded by stone monoliths and thick bamboo.
So we found this really weird concrete slab in the middle of nowhere, super bizarre. And there's these two like stone monoliths right here.
Carl explains that strange things seem to happen when people stay there too long, including bloody noses and sudden stomach pain. They also notice the site is exactly 66 feet across, making the entire location feel even more unnatural. As they continue exploring, they discuss how the abandoned tourist project may have disturbed something connected to the land. Using a Geiger counter, they investigate the monoliths before heading through narrow trails and tunnels surrounding the structure.
All right, so we got the Geiger counter. We're gonna investigate these monoliths.
Didn't get anything on it now. Pretty low level. It's only going to like 15.
What about the middle?
It's climbing now. 19, that's pretty normal. 20.
You're gonna go through the little tunnels.
Yeah.
There's like weird trails that go through all of this stuff.
Alright guys, like that KSI song, I'm going into the thick of it.
The deeper they move into the area, the quieter everything becomes. At one point, the cameraman is left completely alone, while Carl disappears into the bamboo, making the empty slab feel far more unsettling. Later, the group climbs toward nearby rocks and notices something strange, watching them from above.
Got it. Go up higher, up higher. See the eyes? To the right? Right there. It's like, see there's the big boulders and then up higher. They're looking at us.
The big boulder right in front of us?
No, go up twice as far.
Well, I can clearly see them on the night vision. Look at the eyes looking. I'm gonna zoom in on it. Something's on the rocks watching us right there, look. Huh. Oh, there it is, see? What is it? See that?
Carl repeatedly points out a pair of glowing eyes staring down from the hillside. Even through the night vision camera, the figure appears to remain perfectly still while observing them. The situation becomes increasingly disturbing when the glowing eyes continue following them as they walk toward ancient petroglyphs. The group recalls hearing a woman's whisper earlier in the same area, making the feeling of being stalked even stronger. At the petroglyph site, they examine large carvings depicting strange humanoid figures, symbols, and possible deities.
Wow. It's like a goat, a big bullseye with another goat above it. That triangle's
That triangle's weird. I feel like we're being like actively stalked.
Right? You have that weird feeling too.
Yeah.
We got like a figure here with his arms up with 3 fingers out. And then his friend up here, like goes here, and then he's there, and then there's all these symbols.
That to me looks like a I don't know what, like some sort of deity.
Yeah, like a figure wearing a dress with their arms up, but their hands are like really big.
Yeah, and that's like a small figure, and like, is that another figure?
Throughout the investigation, both explorers repeatedly describe a primal feeling that something is actively following them through the canyon. After returning home, the creator admits the experience genuinely disturbed him and says whatever they saw still haunts him long after leaving the canyon. Thomas Moxley runs a paranormal camping channel focused on haunted forests, strange encounters, and overnight investigations. In this video, he heads into an isolated woodland after a friend reports stories involving shadow figures, disembodied voices, cryptids, and even UFO sightings connected to the area. After arriving at the location, Moxley explains the strange history surrounding the woods and hikes deeper inside, looking for a place to camp.
And he's just put me onto a location. So tonight I was actually heading out somewhere else when my phone went off, and it's a good friend of mine, Stu. So massive shout out to you, Stu. I know you said don't give your group name out, but he said to me, he said, right, Mox, he went, a place that we've been going to do photography.
As he explores the trails, he notices deer tracks everywhere and talks about earlier reports of glowing green figures spotted moving through the forest at night. Things begin getting uncomfortable once he starts setting up camp. While preparing the tent, He repeatedly hears noises nearby and catches movement through the trees.
Heard like a knock, knock, knock. Can't see anybody else being out here. But you just never know. Always expect the unexpected. That's what they say, innit?
Making him feel like somebody else is already watching him from deeper in the woods. As darkness falls, he cooks noodles outside the tent and suddenly hears what sounds like a groaning human voice somewhere off in the forest.
Sat trying to finish my noodles. And to me right, look at here. I don't know, it's like a groaning noise. But it sounded like it was coming from a person. Like going, Okay. It's freaking odd, wasn't it?
The tension increases dramatically once Moxley retreats into the tent. He hears heavy footsteps circling outside, and the spirit talker responds with phrases like, "The bad man's here," and "I'm right next to you," making him believe there may genuinely be someone nearby.
Doing a bit of calling out. I just want to do a little bit whilst I'm sat in the tent because I'm hearing some weird stuff around me. It's not, I don't know, it's not animals. It's not there, and it sounds like somebody on 2 feet. Like, see what I mean? I'm gonna have to open this just so I can see outside. That sounds like something, doesn't it? Like, do. Right, let's do a bit of spirit talker. Was that you outside the tent just now?
Gladys.
Gladys?
He eventually leaves the tent to investigate deeper into the woods. During the walk, the app delivers disturbing responses, including creature, "This is cursed land," and "our remains," while loud running noises echo through the trees around him.
Forgive my sins.
3, forgive my sins. Well, what did you...
1,840.
1,840. 1840s. Leg. There's something...
My name is Raymond.
Raymond? Is that what we just got in the tent as well? Raymond?
I'm always watching.
You always watching, are you?
Kelsey.
What are you always watching? Are you watching people who come out here doing the photographer? Right, let's try the spirit talker one more time. So I'm coming further in now. I'm completely alone. What was that?
My home.
Like 2 lights. There's a light over there. My home. My home. We can use this. What can you use?
Creature.
Creature. Okay. That fits in with the reports, doesn't it? Is there a creature out here?
By early morning, exhausted and unsettled, Moxley admits the forest gave him one of the worst feelings he has experienced on a solo camp, especially after hearing movement throughout the night that sounded far too heavy to be an animal. Pasha Brill is an outdoor exploration creator known for visiting remote and unsettling locations completely alone. In this video, he hikes deep into the Austrian mountains to spend the night at an abandoned World War I military cemetery, that many believe is haunted. The video opens with the legend surrounding the site. Every soldier buried there reportedly died on the same day in 1916, and locals claim strange voices, footsteps, and ghostly figures appear between 1 and 3 a.m. in the surrounding forest. Pasha explains that he does not truly believe in ghosts, but he wants to honestly document the atmosphere of the cemetery and whatever might happen during the night. He begins a long journey through isolated mountain wilderness with no trails, no phone service, and the possibility of encountering wolves or bears. After nearly 6 hours of hiking, he finally discovers the hidden cemetery deep in the forest.
An Austrian military cemetery from World War I, the final resting place of soldiers who all died on the same day, September 30th, 1916. They were brutally executed in their sleep, right here where I'm standing now, and buried where they fell. No headstones, no crosses, just earth. People who've been here claim the ghosts of those soldiers still linger. Shadowy figures, whispers, and painful moans fill the air. They say the spirits aren't aggressive, but if you ever witness them reliving the moment of their death, it might scare you enough to pass out.
He explains that the soldiers were allegedly executed in their sleep on September 30th, 1916, then buried exactly where they died. According to stories surrounding the location, visitors have reported whispers, shadow figures, and painful moaning sounds coming from the woods. As darkness fully takes over, the atmosphere becomes increasingly tense. Completely alone in the pitch-black forest, every sound around him begins to feel threatening.
And right now, in this pitch-black forest, completely alone, surrounded by graves, every rustle feels like something moving, watching. I know it's probably just in my head, but that doesn't make it any less terrifying.
Pasha admits that even though he believes fear is probably psychological, the isolation and silence make the place genuinely disturbing. Later in the night, after briefly sleeping, he wakes up and begins filming around the campsite again. During editing, he claims he accidentally noticed something unusual hidden in the footage. Including a strange voice quietly saying "heat" multiple times. As soon as daylight arrives, Pasha immediately leaves the cemetery and hikes back out of the mountains alone. Rugged Road Explorers is an exploration channel where Dave hikes into remote places to document old ruins, cliff dwellings, and hidden traces of the past. In this video, he drops into a quiet canyon after spotting possible dwellings from above the day before.
I stepped back because I was looking down here, hoping I would see a rock that would, fit that doorway there.
Dave begins by explaining that he had scanned the cliffs from the top but could not properly mark the locations. So he now enters from the valley floor to climb up toward them. Before reaching the ruins, he notices a carved pool in the rock, possibly a water source.
So I want to show you this because it's so neat how everything's cut. The water comes through and cuts everything. And then right here, you have kind of a catch pool. And I don't know if it's fed by a spring or not. There sure is a lot growing here. So it could be a little bit of a stream, or maybe it's just a catch pool, but it would have been an important water source.
Nearby caves and ledges cut into the canyon walls, show why this place may have been useful for people living here long ago. He climbs above the first dwelling to check the higher levels and soon finds what looks like a small storage area, with old mud still visible inside.
Hey, you come up on something like this. I mean, this is a beautiful panel. There doesn't seem to be anything on it, but I'll check the film later because a lot of times things show up on camera that I can't see with my naked eye, depending on the light at the time. Right here we have our first storage area, it looks like, or what's left of one. There's still some mud back in the back there. So it's like I thought, you know, they do use multiple levels, and this again is a perfect example of that. I'm not sure what they stored in there, but what I'm seeing right here on the ground, oh, let me get, are pine nut holes.
On the ground, he spots pine nutshells, wondering if food may once have been stored there in pots. Dropping down to the main structure, Dave finds multiple connected rooms, thick wooden supports, smooth stonework, and possible doorways.
It looks like people have been here and, you know, stacked things. We got corn, we got jasper shards, and different kinds of pottery. You can see how that little cove on the other side there was tied into this dwelling. So that, you know, they built this on top of that, it looks like. And then you've got this window right here. Boy, look at that support. They were serious. These are nice and thick. And again, boy, they did a good job of smoothing it off. Well, matter of fact, it looks like there were multiple ones here. And you can see the rocks have fallen back. Get out of the shadow here. Backwards.
He studies how the builders tied the walls into the natural rock, using heavy logs and carefully placed stones. Inside one section, he notices blackened stone and suggests it may have been used for cooking, smoking, or another fire-related purpose.
So it was fairly big. I mean, it's a fairly big dwelling, probably, I don't know, 10 feet from this rock to there is 10 feet. At the widest part is probably 5.5 feet, and then back on the end there, about 2.5 feet. And this was, you know, apparently they used this all the way along the front here. So it's interesting. I wonder how high up it went. If it went higher than this.
He also points out how well the ceiling and supports were engineered. Higher up, Dave reaches a larger room that may have been the main living space.
And this may have been the main living area. I mean, it's fairly large. I mean, it's a good 10 feet across in the middle, 8 feet across at the back there. And from here to there, it's about 12 to 15 feet. So this was a large room. I mean, you could fit a family could sleep in here easily.
What stands out most are the ancient roof ties still holding in place, knots made by human hands, roughly 1,000 years ago. By the end, he counts several rooms and coves across the site, showing how extensive the dwelling once was. From a distance, the ruins almost disappear into the cliff, blending perfectly with the canyon wall. Ray Gloom's Real Life Encounters is a paranormal and overnight exploration channel focused on strange encounters, abandoned locations, and unsettling stayovers. In this video, Ray and his friend arrive at his parents' remote property, expecting a quiet overnight stay. But almost immediately, things begin to feel wrong. As soon as they enter the dark cabin, they notice multiple lights are not working, and the house looks strangely abandoned.
I haven't been. This is my parents' place. I haven't. Okay, that's the outside.
Oh wait, that didn't do anything?
This one, it's not working.
Well, that's not working.
Okay.
We'll go find another. The power. There's some power.
The outside light's working.
Wait a minute. No, that uses a battery.
That's Wi-Fi.
That's Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Whoa, got one.
That one worked. Okay. Okay, just a burnout light, I guess.
With food still left sitting out as if someone suddenly left in a hurry, they begin checking doors and windows, trying to figure out if someone may have been inside recently. The tension increases when lights start switching off on their own and doors appear to move by themselves.
Okay. I just saw your door move.
I closed that door, I thought.
I just saw your door move.
Wait. Is that a TV running? Do you hear that? Listen.
That was a little sound. But right before you came in here, I think I got it on here, that the door went whoop.
Let me turn my light brighter.
So,
You better not be
this is all.
messing with me.
I'm not. I'll follow you.
Dude, this is scaring me.
Bro. The light just turned off behind me.
Okay, turn it on. Go over to the wall where it is and turn it on. Wait, I'm coming. Which one of these is it?
There's one right here. Does this...
I think this is it.
Dude, I think...
That's the light for this one.
Dude.
While inspecting the bedrooms, they discover one of the room doors has been completely removed and left leaning against the wall, which neither of them remember seeing before.
I need to talk to my parents about that and see if they took the... But the door was on there.
I can't remember. I thought it was on. Well, okay, obviously it wasn't. Because here it is. So
apparently.
So someone took the door off.
I'm going to have to talk to my parents about that.
Later that night, the atmosphere becomes even stranger. After hearing noises around the house,
For Pete's sake, come on. I just got into bed.
That hurt.
Ray finds a real kitchen knife hidden underneath a pillow in the bedroom. At the exact same moment, a painting suddenly shifts on the wall by itself.
There's like a rock under there.
Whoa.
Oh, that's creepy.
Bro, that ain't no rock.
Okay, that just creeped me out. Why is there a knife right there?
What was that? What the heck?
Did that painting just move?
Dude, that painting just moved.
I heard it. I heard.
Right when I revealed the knife, the painting moved.
Leaving both of them genuinely shaken. Believing a squatter may be outside, they attempt to leave and contact police, only to discover they suddenly have no phone service and the car will no longer start.
Alright. It's not even turning over. You got... Your battery's okay. Your check engine light's on though.
That's not. It's not even cranking over.
Okay, I'm really worried he just sabotaged your car.
Moments later, they hear something hit the vehicle from outside, but when they look, nobody is there.
What was that? Did you hear that? He just hit the back window. Nope, I'm going in. Nope. Nope. Nope, I'm going in.
The next morning brings even more confusion. Windows and blinds that were closed the night before are now open. Water is mysteriously running inside the house, and the fireplace appears to switch itself on without anyone touching it.
Hey, you awake? Did you leave the water running and the blind open? Water running? Yeah. Oh. The blind's open in the kitchen area and the water's running. We closed these last night.
Do you think that squatter actually got in?
I don't know.
By the second night, both men are exhausted and unnerved. Strange lights appear in the bedroom again. They think they see movement inside the room and eventually decide to set up a trail camera before trying to sleep.
That's not my light.
That's not your light.
Get on the floor and look underneath. That is really creeping me out.
That's not your light. Did you leave your flashlight on?
I left it in here. No, I didn't leave it on.
The following morning, the car suddenly starts without explanation.
Started. Why would it start now? Okay, never mind. Let's get our stuff. Let's get out of here.
Let's go.
And they quickly decide to leave the property behind. Paranormal Discovery is a wilderness horror channel where the creator mixes solo camping, paranormal investigation, and deep forest exploration. In this overnight video, he returns alone to the Deadlands with his dog Kia after a previous encounter with a mysterious entity called Audrey. The night begins with heavy wind, dark skies, and an uneasy atmosphere as he sets up a hammock tent near a remote lake. He explains that the area has become one of his main paranormal hotspots, and that Audrey may be connected to the forest and his dreams. As the storm calms, the video briefly shifts into a normal camping trip.
Up in Cape Breton, still an abundance of moose. So many up there. It's pretty common, but down here in the mainland of Nova Scotia, we're running low, man. I guess what I'm getting at here is I want her to be on lead because I did research that dogs should be on lead just so they don't kind of interfere with the mainland moose out here and other wildlife. So it's not like she'll like go after one. She'll defend us, but I just don't want, like, let's say a moose comes around or to the lake in the morning or something. I don't want her to temper with it. I don't want her to, you know, start something, or else it'll be a fight between a moose and a dog, or a moose, a dog, and me, a human. So, yeah, it's kind of a protective thing right now. I'm trying to protect the wildlife, but also protect her.
He cooks dinner, talks about moose in Nova Scotia, and explains why Kia stays on a leash in this wilderness. Even during the calmer moments, he keeps noticing movement in the trees.
To kind of ponder about, I think something's moving back there. I keep seeing movement, and I don't know what that is. The hell?
And says the forest feels alive around him. After dark, the Spirit Talker app starts producing strange words near the lake, including encounter, Gabriel, green eyes, and aggressive.
Green eyes.
Green eyes. Is Audrey around me right now?
These responses seem to connect back to Audrey from the earlier investigation.
I ran into an entity back there a few days ago named Audrey. Is Audrey here?
Later, the atmosphere becomes more intense. Loud tree knocks echo through the woods.
Violate.
Violate? What the fuck is that?
And he hears strange movement around the campsite.
I don't know how I'm having service right now. I'm like in and out of service. Well, what was that sound? It's a fucking tree knock. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Holly.
Holly. Holly, who are you? Man. Like, I actually wonder if anyone here has, like, that is unrelated to the indigenous folks. Like, I wonder if anyone's actually passed away here.
He also hears what sounds like distant drums and begins checking the forest with a flashlight.
Jesus. What's there? Hello? You know what's weird? So that's actually the hot tent making that snapping noise. But you know what's weird? I'm actually hearing like drums. Distant drums.
He then tries knocking on trees himself, and something appears to knock back from the darkness.
There it is again. It's replying back to me.
Curious but nervous, he grabs bear spray and walks toward the empty campground near the lake while calling out for Audrey. Back at camp, he feels Audrey is nearby and wonders whether it followed him from the earlier location.
Right now, I'm just popping in here to kind of update you guys on what I'm feeling. It's very intimidating out there. I feel like there's a spiritual thing going on out there. I honestly feel like people are walking out there. I may seem psychotic. I'm like half asleep right now.
By morning, the forest feels calmer, but he still believes Audrey may be part of an ongoing mystery in the Deadlands. Chad is an exploration creator known for late-night randonautica videos, abandoned places, and unsettling trails where strange clues often appear. In this video, he follows another randonautica point deep into the woods and begins finding objects connected to someone named Anna. The video starts with Chad entering a wrecked construction area beside the woods. The location already feels abandoned and uneasy, with broken buildings, flooded rooms, and fences leading toward a hidden trail.
The point is somewhere here. It's somewhere back here. I don't really know where. But it's somewhere in this area. This is so creepy, man. This is so creepy. Look, they destroyed all of this.
After entering the woods, he discovers rows of small locked wooden chairs that resemble a creepy miniature cemetery.
These are nice benches, holy crap. Well, they got locks on them. Okay. I'm not sure what they would keep in there. Oh my god. Dude, this looks like almost like a little cemetery of little chairs. Look at how creepy that is.
Around the same time, his camera's facial recognition begins detecting something in the trees despite nobody being visible.
Thing here. My facial recognition again, dude, is pointing me that way. That's creepy. Oh my god, I'm gonna take a picture of that again and show it to you because I don't know why it's doing that.
As he moves deeper into the trail, Chad starts finding random children's objects, including toy kitchen items and lost keys scattered through the forest.
What is this? It's like a little freaking baggie here. It's a toy. I don't know. This is weird. Okay. This Rando Nautica stuff is actually really creepy. I can't believe I'm finding stuff again already. Somebody lost their keys. Their car's keys. Oh, there's like pots and pans in here. That's weird.
Soon after, he hears what sounds like a distant scream, forcing him to stop and listen in panic.
What's that? What the hell was that? Dude, that sounded like somebody screaming. That sounded like somebody screaming.
The tension grows when he spots a strange light deeper in the woods before crossing a creek into darker trails.
This is so unbelievably creepy. What is that? Dude, I see a light. I see a light over there. Look. Oh, that's a reflection. That scared me. What is that? I can't even begin to tell you guys how creepy it is back here. Oh, this is like another offbeat trail. What the hell? Oh, I don't know what that is.
Later, he discovers an envelope containing a handwritten riddle.
Okay. Weird. Just an envelope here. Whoa. What does it say? I am an odd number. Take away a letter and I become even?
I am an odd number. Take away a letter, and I become even. The forest becomes increasingly unsettling after his spirit app begins producing odd responses like begin, don't tell, and it's not human.
Begin? Begin. I don't know what that means. But here I am. Lost in the woods somewhere.
Chad also finds a child's sandal hidden beside the trail, which visibly shakes him.
Oh, yo, I just heard somebody. But look, dude. There's a freaking like a little girl's shoe here. Or sandal?
Later in the investigation, Chad discovers more disturbing objects connected to Anna, including a crossed-out photo frame and several clocks stopped near the number 7.
One of the hands is on 7. Remember the last one? It was 7 o'clock on the other clock that I found. One of the hands is on 7. So it's 5:30.
Near the end of the video, he finds a dead deer beside a box containing water and a note saying, "She's thirsty."
Oh, what is this? What's this? There's a box here. There's water. What the hell? There's a little note thing in here. She's thirsty? Come out, man. Come out. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I assume that's about Anna. Is she alive?
The discovery finally convinces him to leave the woods immediately. Strayed Explorer is a solo paranormal exploration channel where Andy investigates abandoned places, usually with EVP, spirit apps, and trigger devices. In this video, he returns after a 2-month break to explore a huge overgrown fort alone. The night begins with Andy showing the scale of the place: an 8-meter deep moat, an 11-meter wide gap, and a single entrance leading into the fort.
I know I have just shown you some drone footage, but the moat is 8 meters deep and 11 meters wide. And until I've just walked up here to look at it, you don't understand the size of it. Just look at this. I don't know if the camera's doing it any justice, but that is the back wall. There'll be another one here. It goes 8 meters down and 11 meters all the way to the other side. And that goes all the way around in, I think it was like the shape of a hexagon, if I remember right.
Even before he gets fully inside, he hears what sounds like a man's voice, echoing through the tunnel.
And here we arrive at the door. Jeez, man. So apparently we come through this tunnel. Once we get through here, we're into the fort. Was that an echo? Sounded like a man's voice. So, I'm feeling a little bit rusty. I've had a whole 2 months break, and I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to come out on my own after such a long break into such a vast, creepy place.
Once inside, he realizes how massive and confusing the fort is. The sun is going down, the paths are swallowed by plants, and he worries about getting lost in the dark while searching for the underground tunnels. After pushing through the overgrowth, Andy finds the tunnel entrance and steps into the lower chambers.
Oh man, here it is. Hello? daylight at the end.
The rooms are huge, cold, and filled with strange details, including bones scattered across the floor and unexplained rumbling in the walls.
Bones everywhere. And they're all exactly the same bone. Like, if there's any bone experts out there, what are they? Why is there so many of them?
He begins calling out, asking if any spirits want to communicate.
I think what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go back to that first bit where we was and get out a bit of equipment and just see if we can get any interactions on that. I have been doing some calling out, not had any direct responses, but I'm definitely hearing weird knocking noises and rumbling. I don't know if the mic's going to be picking that up or not, but...
At first, there are only knocks and distant sounds. But then an EVP seems to say something like, "Coming downstairs in a minute."
Is he coming downstairs in a minute? I feel like that says coming downstairs in a minute, which is kind of odd because I asked about the knock upstairs.
Which unnerves him because he had just mentioned hearing a knock from upstairs. The activity grows stronger when he sets up a light device. It responds almost immediately.
This on what I'm holding, you can use it to say words to me. If you are here, can you try and touch that device on the floor just to let me know that you understand? What I did want to do was use Seer, but no way. Straight away. So you understand? I assume that's why you've just made that light up green. Can you try and tell me your name with this? What I was going to say, I wanted to use Seer, but it needs an internet connection to use the AI to generate the images, and there's no signal down here.
Lighting green and then red on command. The Spirit app gives names like Catherine and Patricia, while the device confirms answers at the same time. Then Andy hears footsteps nearby.
I can hear footsteps. That's walking. Hello?
The sounds seem too heavy and deliberate to be simple rustling, and the app says unsettling phrases like "cry," "trust me, there's bad here," and finally, "you're next," twice. He finishes with one last EVP attempt.
I want you to do it again. Put all your energy into it. Take the energy from these devices, and I want you to very clearly say, well, say whatever you want.
still hearing unclear voices and movement, before deciding the fort has gone quiet enough to leave. What's Up with James is an outdoor adventure channel where James explores abandoned places, camps in remote areas, and tests how far he can push himself alone. In this video, he finds an abandoned mine site and decides to camp there overnight. James begins by exploring the old mining buildings. The first structure is strangely covered in shingles even over the door.
This is cool.
And inside he finds old drawers, a built-in wall refrigerator, rat droppings, and a tiny shoe. Nearby he checks a larger shop or barn filled with old metal, roofing material, and signs that someone may have lived there while trying to work the mine again.
A bunch of old metal plates and stuff out here. Crazy.
He then follows an old PVC tube into the brush, unsure if it once carried water from a well or served some mining purpose.
If it was heading down this way, cuts through there, let's see. Looks like it wraps back around actually. I don't know if it had always been down here, if there was like an old well.
James explains this area is near the same place, connected to his earlier Skinwalker story, which makes the abandoned mine feel even more unsettling. He tries lowering a GoPro into the main shaft, but quickly realizes it is too dangerous to enter alone.
I don't know what you guys are seeing. It really doesn't look like there's an option for that though. And I'm not stupid enough to try to go into a mine like that by myself without any equipment. So I gotta close this door to this abandoned house here.
Instead, he searches nearby and finds more abandoned structures, including a strange old house that looks partly renovated, as if someone started restoring it and suddenly stopped.
All right, let me go explore the area a little bit more. And I did come across this, which looks like it's a different house, but it's seen something interesting down here. Maybe not. I thought perhaps that this house had a grave. From the road, this one kind of looked like a grave. I don't think that's what it is. But yeah, so these bricks out here, there's a little town called Ancho that you drive through on the way here. And I guess there's a spot there where they used to manufacture bricks. I don't know if all of these came from there specifically.
Deeper up the road, he discovers several smaller mine openings, some too tight to crawl into safely. One mine finally allows him inside.
This one, this one pretty much is just this.
He crouches through the dark passage, admits he hates how it feels, and reaches the bottom of a shaft.
Not that a mine is necessarily supposed to be comfortable.
With side tunnels and old tool marks in the rock. Later, another tunnel pushes him even harder. Bugs swarm everywhere.
Oh, no way. Is this like... Yeah, see, this is like... Isn't this because they're trying to prop up
He finds a dead hawk inside, and altogether on the way out, he accidentally headbutts a bat. Back at camp, James reflects on how uncomfortable abandoned mines make him, then tests his night vision around the buildings and mine entrance before sleeping in the quiet, desert-like silence. Haunted Finders is a paranormal investigation channel where Tom explores old churches, graveyards, ruins, and haunted locations using EVP recordings, spirit apps, and direct communication attempts. In this video, he returns alone to an ancient medieval church beside the River Trent. Tom explains that a church has stood on this land since the 900s, while the current building dates back to the 11th century.
So, it's currently 8 p.m. I thought I would head out to an amazing medieval church, which is actually one of the oldest in the area. Now, there was a church on the site of this place in the 900s. It's just mental. The church today, I believe, was built in the 11th century, but it does date back to the Saxon period. Now, the tower itself is Saxo-Norman, so there's a lot of history here. I've been here a few times. I've had amazing EVPs, just incredible communication. So I thought I would head out. It's a nice evening, take a little walk, and yeah, we'll see if we get any communication. But I've just stepped foot in the graveyard. It's so old, this church, and there's loads of graves just hidden under the earth here.
He has investigated here before and previously captured strong EVPs. So he begins walking through the graveyard, hoping for more communication.
If we get any communication here, you can see just over there is the river. This church literally sits on the bank of the River Trent, and it's in a nice little secluded countryside spot. Such an amazing place. So let's grab the spirit box out and let's see if anyone will talk to us while we're here. Change of plan. I've just gone to turn on this device and it's completely broke, which is odd because I was literally just using this. It just makes this weird noise.
His spirit box suddenly fails, even though it had worked earlier, so he switches to EVP recordings and the Spirit Talker app.
And we'll see if any responses come through. I've been here before, and whoever's buried here, which unfortunately can't read the gravestones, you've been through and you've spoke to me before. Are you here with me now?
Almost immediately, a terrifying high-pitched scream comes through the device, shocking him completely.
What the... Oh my days, I've just jumped out of my skin. That is the worst scream I have ever heard come out of this device. That is high pitch screaming. What is that? I'm going to run that device on my wrist. What on earth was that?
Near 4 old tombs, Tom says this area always gives him strong responses.
I always get communication. I always get EVPs, spirit box. Like, I get really, really, like, direct communication. What was that? That sounded like someone just walked across here. That was weird.
The app replies,
It says, hello, who are you? My name's Tom, hello. I've been here before. You've spoke to me before. Somebody's just screamed when I was talking about these graves here. Was that you, or do you know who that is? Could you tell me your name?
and later says, "Thanks for being here."
I've got this. Thanks for being here. It's just said. It's okay.
Making it feel like someone recognizes him from previous visits. While reviewing audio, Tom sees what looks like a small person peeking around the church corner.
What was that? That was weird. One minute, let me just check something. My wife and my daughter have come out for a walk. I've just seen somebody look around this corner, and I don't know if it was my daughter, because I know they went down here. Are they still there? Oh yeah, they're both down there. Don't know if you can see, look. They're both down there. What? I just saw what looked like a small person look around this corner.
Even though his wife and daughter are visible farther away. The app then says, "I know what you fear," right after the scream unsettles him.
I always do when I come here. But I think I just saw somebody over there. They looked around the church. Who was that? There's something on there. I want to reach out to the person that sounded like they were screaming. I don't know whether that was to try and spook me, to get me out, or if you're in some kind of pain. It's just said, "I know what you fear," after I've just said that. I know what you fear.
Names begin coming through. Albert, Josephine, Herbert, Henry, and Isabella. Tom starts to believe Albert may be friendly, while Isabella seems responsible for the screaming and trying to scare him away. More screams follow, and the app says, "Hundreds died here, and skeletons."
That's another scream. That's right when I stop recording and someone starts screaming. Tell me, Isabella, why do you want to scare me? It says hundreds died here. Hundreds died here. They could well have. I mean, there would have been the plague that came through here. Like, think of everything that must have happened with it, like, over 1,000 years. Skeletons. Skeletons? I bet there's a lot of skeletons underneath where I am.
Which Tom connects to the church's 1,000-year history and possible plague burials beneath the ground. Tom then records what sounds like, "Hey Albert, get back."
And then something else. Do you know what that says? That's not out. I think that's that Isabella. It says, "Hey, Albert, get back." What did when I put the EVP recorder down, I said,
making him wonder if Isabella is stopping other spirits from speaking. As he keeps trying, the messages become darker. Hopeless. Get out. I'm agitated, and get out of here. Before leaving, one final message says,
"My tongue was torn out." What if that's why they can't talk? What if that's why that person can't talk?
my tongue was torn out, making Tom wonder if that is why someone there struggles to speak. Broken Capital is an urban exploration and paranormal style channel known for dark humor, fear-driven investigations, and overnight challenges in disturbing locations. In this video, he teams up with KBO-TV for an overnight stay in Cannock Chase, a forest tied to stories of black-eyed children, strange creatures, UFOs, and unsettling human encounters. The night begins with both of them admitting this camp was requested by viewers, not something they truly wanted to do.
And we are in the Cannock Chase. This is your fault. Everyone kept saying to us, please go there, please go there. We were always going to do an overnight stay. Not here though, but then everyone kept sending me loads and loads of messages. Oh, that would be a lovely place. Go to the place where you felt like a piece of meat. And did we feel like a piece of meat on the way here? Yes.
They set up their tents near a memorial area, already joking nervously about how exposed and Blair Witch-like the setup feels.
No, that'll do. So this is for you. Definitely ain't for me. Here we go. Cold little setup there, look.
Stand up in here.
You take your shoes off to get in.
I'm not having my dirty shoes on my sleeping bag.
As darkness settles, the mood quickly changes. Broken Capital starts hearing odd noises around camp and admits the situation feels stupid and overwhelming.
Some fucking weird noises, and it's so weird because I know I can't leave. Stop laughing, it's the truth. Let's have a little look around in night vision. It is literally pitch black. I can't even see that far in the night vision. See old Cabo there. I don't even know how long my batteries are going to last. Like, you might get a lot of this, to be honest. Right. Right, we'll see you when we're ready to zip up the tents for a bit and go and have a look round. This is fucking mental. Like, I'm sweating so much. Is that you?
Bugs swarm around them. The woods become pitch black, and even basic filming becomes difficult. They leave the campsite to explore deeper into the woods, passing the memorial fence and talking about the legends connected to Cannock Chase. From werewolves and aliens to black-eyed children and strange experiments.
What the fuck?
Isn't that nice?
It's like an orange moon coming through the trees. It's beautiful, but it's a little bit eerie. Jesus Christ, look at that. Just remember where we are, yeah? You what? The fuck?
Wasn't there before, was it?
A bit of tissue.
You got blood on it.
Shut up.
Looks like it.
No, it looks like someone's wiped their arse. Next to us.
Are we going this way, yeah?
I don't know. I'm actually worried about leaving the camp.
The fear becomes less about ghosts and more about real people. They discuss how, on a previous visit, voices told them to leave and rocks were thrown at them late at night. That memory makes every sound in the dark feel dangerous. Later, they spot lights in the distance and rush back toward camp.
I just hope they don't nick my cheese strings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay here till I see that fucking sun come up and then I'm going home.
We met. Whoa, that was heavy.
That was very heavy. Oh fuck, there's people coming with lights.
Where?
Over there.
No. It's all right, man. Let's get back to the tent.
Coming with lights, Carl.
Yeah, let's get back to the tent.
You can see people coming in lights. I'm more scared of people than paranormal at the minute. Fucking mental here. I physically can't do this, and I am. Of all the fucking places. Right, see in a minute. Did you hear that little giggle?
No?
Kind of thing.
No? Honestly.
Swear down. Right, let's just find the base. As if a tent's going to make us feel safe.
Well.
Oh fuck, which way was it?
What? That? Is that light?
See?
Oh, what is that? What is that?
Worried someone else is moving through the woods. A false alarm makes them think a light has appeared near their tent, but it turns out to be their own camera screen. Back inside the tent, they try using an app which gives strange responses like mistake, fall into dark, and forgotten. Shortly after, they hear footsteps and other noises nearby.
What are you doing? Come on, big quote.
Carl, I'm not filming you, just trying to get in into a blanket.
I'm in, I think.
Leaving your door open?
You gonna shut yours?
I don't know.
Yeah, probably should. It's a bit warmer.
Alright then.
See you in the morning.
No.
A few hours.
Alright, man. You have to be so loud?
Huh?
Do you have to be so loud?
Does everybody know we're here?
You dick.
The rest of the night is tense but mostly quiet. Real visitors, rattling sounds, and fear keep him awake until morning. Nothing huge happens, but the experience still leaves him exhausted and shaken. Action Adventure Twins is a caving channel focused on tight crawls, dangerous passages, and discovering untouched underground sections. In this video, they return to the roadside crystal cave with tools, aiming to reopen a blowing hole they found during their last trip.
Alright guys, we're back at the roadside crystal cave, and we are back with some tools. If you follow along in the last time, we dug out a passage that nobody had been in before, and we are going back to dig that blowing hole. Oh, that's a sink. It's a lot better here. Where does the water go once it goes into this cave? That's what we gotta chase.
They begin by passing through the known crystal sections, where clear formations, rimstone pools, sparkling walls, and cave brain textures cover the floor and ceiling.
Oh man, look at that.
Yeah, the crystal room.
I think this thing's really cool. Look at it.
Oh, it's see-through.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bacon, isn't that what they call it?
Yeah. Yeah, and then these, the ones that sparkle over here. That's cool. If we crawl back there, there's like a big crystal bowl. These things are freaking wild as you come up. They just go all the way up, these little rimstones. Yeah!
The first squeeze proves too tight, especially around the shoulders, so they decide to return to the bigger dig spot instead. To get there, they crawl through narrow decorated passages, passing popcorn formations, crystal walls, and the route they previously opened.
I don't know about the helmet.
Oh, it's that tight.
It's just like the shape. It's like a cross, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see what
You're right. Oh, that's snug.
Too snug?
Oh. I feel like I'm falling into the crack, you know?
You kind of are.
Like, I don't know, I'm coming back out through this the way I came in. I might just have to push it.
What do you mean?
Get all the way through. I don't think I'm gonna fit. No, I'm like just too big. I don't think it's possible. Not for me. Not for me. I'm like falling into this crack. Actually, yeah, you can pull L. Yeah. Okay. I think we're gonna go back to big dig. Big dig. Nice, we have a out there. That's what I'm gonna call it.
After reaching the big dig, they squeeze into the back section and find survey markers, left by someone who had clearly visited after their previous video.
To the big dig. No. I mean, yes, the water goes that way, but we couldn't physically fit, so we dug this. Let's see how tight it is. How much do we dig it? Oh, that's not that big. Oh, yeah. Whew, that's about as wide as it's gonna get. Yeah.
Beyond it, the cave opens into a larger hallway with the frozen waterfall formation, a bright white flowstone feature that looks like a river turned to crystal.
The frozen waterfall, frozen river, made of crystal. Insane snow white. We got that passage and the formation passage. Ooh, I see what you're seeing now.
You see how it kind of opens up?
Did something.
Oh yeah, it does go underneath this.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yeah, there is a survey marker.
I think there's another one up ahead.
Is there?
They scout several leads, including a low water tunnel and a tight bypass. But the main goal becomes the blowing hole. With a pickaxe and shovel, they begin digging through hard mud, rock layers, and riverbed gravel, trying to widen the passage enough for a body to fit through.
I don't even want to crawl in there right now.
But if there was a pickaxe involved?
Yeah, the floor is just made of mud.
Ooh.
Alright, I got the pickaxe.
I do think that the water tunnel.
The digging turns exhausting, but the airflow keeps them motivated. Piece by piece, they break through the hard crust and remove mud by hand until the passage finally looks possible.
I got the dirt all packed up to the side best I can. We're about ready to make another push.
One of them attempts the squeeze and confirms that the tunnel continues. After more digging, he pushes through and drops into a canyon-like passage with side tunnels and formations beyond it.
I see feet.
Dude, I see a canyon.
What? A canyon.
Dead ahead is a canyon.
Oh, that's tight still.
Oh, it's dropping.
Whew. Oh, I can stand. What?
Yes.
Dude, it's dropping.
No way.
Yes, the canyon drops. There's a side passage. Holy crap, the canyon goes. Wow. Whoa! Whoa, big passage! Side tunnel. Yeah! Holy crap!
Oh
This
my
is the
God.
big one. Holy crap.
crazy.
Which way do we take off? Canyon?
That way looks worse.
Your
Yeah,
way
yeah.
looks way better.
The excitement quickly turns dangerous when the new passage tightens again. Then a false floor opens beneath them, revealing a sketchy pit below.
Wow! There is a bunch of formations.
No way.
There's bacon. Holy crap. Getting real tight.
Uh-oh.
We might be to another dig.
This doesn't look healthy.
Just gotta break the rock.
You need to make a pickaxe.
Well, I broke this.
Okay.
And then I'll use it.
They test another route, but both leads become too tight. After 9 hours underground, they decide to stop and return another day, knowing the blowing hole still goes deeper. Creepy Travels is a paranormal exploration channel focused on graveyards, abandoned places, and strange late-night encounters. In this video, he returns alone to a cemetery by a lake, a place he says has already terrified him before. He begins near an old hidden graveyard, keeping his light low so nearby houses do not notice him. Almost immediately, he spots multiple sets of glowing eyes staring from the darkness near the lake, counting 4, then 5 sets, watching him from beyond the trees.
There's 4 sets of eyes. Please tell me this camera's picking up those eyes. What in the world are those eyes looking at me? They're all staring at me. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of eyes now. They're above those 3 lights towards, it's above probably 4 or 5 feet on the camera.
He explains that this is the same graveyard where he once saw what he calls a shadow bastard rise from the ground and stand nearly 10 feet tall. As he moves closer, he admits the place terrifies him, especially because He is there alone around 1:38 in the morning. While walking through the older graves, he describes something large, bulldozing through the woods beside him.
The thing that was running through these woods past, I mean, I was walking and it bulldozed through here. And then I saw and heard those eyes over there. But I saw about a 6-7 foot shadow running through these damn woods right beside me. And it just disappeared. And then saw 6 sets of eyes over there. Summertime, people can't really see me here. I don't supposed to be here right now. Leaves are on the trees.
Before disappearing. Soon after, he hears a whistle in the cemetery, even though there are no cars around and no one should be there at that hour.
I know I heard a whistle up here. And that's when I first started walking. And something ran through these woods right beside me. There can't be nobody out here. There's no cars here. I hope that wasn't a cop that just drove by. I know for a fact I heard a whistle. Can't be an animal.
The scariest moment begins when he sees someone or something standing behind a tree. He repeatedly tries to get the camera on it, saying he can see an arm and a figure moving in and out from behind the trunk.
I know I saw something standing beside that tree. I don't know which tree it is. Something just ducked back behind that tree. Somebody there?
The figure then appears to walk away slowly, near the flagpole and lights, before vanishing completely.
Do you fucking see that? There was somebody right there. Who the fuck is it? I don't know if my camera's getting it. To the left of the monument, or those trees and monument. Do y'all see that? Oh, fuck. He's walking. He's just walking, not running, but he's way faster than me.
He says it cannot be a normal person because he had just walked past that same tree moments earlier and nobody was there. Afterward, he retraces his path and explains how the figure seemed to dissipate in the light. He connects it to the old hidden graves and the earlier shadow encounter, saying something is seriously wrong with that part of the cemetery.
There was somebody there. It was this tree right there that he was, not this one, but that one. He was standing right behind that tree. And I walked. Let's see, I was on this side. I walked right through here. There was nobody standing right there. And I got right down here. And then I heard all that noise. And I started walking this way to try to get those eyes on film for y'all. And then I walked about right in there. Then I went back this way through the woods down towards the other part of the lake down here, through the old part of the cemetery with the rock stones. And then when I got right down in there, I heard something whistle. And the camera didn't pick it up, but I saw somebody standing.
He ends by walking through the newer section, still feeling a bad vibe, before dogs start barking, and he leaves quickly. Thomas Locke is an outdoor camping creator who mixes wild camping, dry humor, and honest reactions when a place feels wrong. This time he returns to Gravel Wood after a strange comment appears under one of his previous videos. The comment comes from a user called DD00000009, who first writes, "I was watching."
I got this comment from a guy called DD0009, which I think is a reference, what's the zombie game? Dead Island 2. And he said, "I was watching." Unfortunately, he deleted his comments. So this is from memory. But here's how the conversation went. He said, "I was watching." To which I replied, "Spooky." Because I wasn't sure what he meant. Maybe he didn't mean he was watching us. He's just like, maybe English isn't his first language and he meant, "I was watching your YouTube video." And I'd be like, "Oh, cool, yeah, cheers for watching." So I just replied, "Spooky," to kind of denote like, a bit of a weird thing to say.
Thomas replies jokingly, but the person then says the woods have eyes, that they have no quarrel with him, and that he is welcome if he comes alone. When Thomas checks the account, the profile is completely black and says, "We watch Locke."
Who the hell is this guy? So I click onto his YouTube channel. Just pure black profile picture. And I did take a screenshot of this, so this is real. And it says, "We watch Locke." So I replied and said, "That's pretty creepy, man. What do you mean?" And he said, "I've already told you. The Helks watches you. Come alone at night, no dog, bring a tent and a bright light to light up the tent, and then you will see us."
The user then tells him to return alone at night, without his dog, with a tent and a bright light. When Thomas asks for proof, they claim evidence has been left buried in the ground. So Thomas comes back to Gravel Wood with Archie on his birthday walk, searching the same area where he camped before. He checks around the spot, lets Archie sniff about and looks for anything unusual, but finds no hidden object, no buried evidence, and no real sign that anyone has been there.
If there's anything buried, Archie's going to find it. No evidence of anything here. Archie's happy enough. If I was a less honest YouTuber, I would have planted some sort of Halloween mask or something here and then gone, "It's a face." Unfortunately for my ad revenue, I don't particularly want to turn into one of those guys that does that kind of thing. So this is going to have to do. We're just going to have to be honest.
He jokes about how a less honest YouTuber might have planted a creepy mask for content, but he refuses to fake anything. The only evidence he finds is a dairy milk wrapper, before a sudden movement nearby makes him jump and wonder if it was a dog, a deer, or just Archie's shadow.
Just kidding. Imagine. Okay, maybe I am dishonest. Someone's having a little bit of fun with this. Yeah, no. Oh no! Dairy milk caramel wrapper. I'm being watched. Nope. Yeah, no. Sorry, lads. Oh, it's a dog. 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 What the hell was that? Oh, it's a dog. So just ran past.
After that, Thomas reflects on how his channel has grown, especially after his gravel wood video reached 1 million views. With that audience comes attention and sometimes people trying to scare him or turn his real camping spots into part of the story. He admits the comment did creep him out, even though he knows it was probably fake. Because of it, he is now more careful about sharing locations, doing live streams, and returning alone to Gravelwood. Sort of Interesting is an outdoor and camping channel focused on wild camping, bivy bag adventures, and honest reflections from the trail. In this video, he looks back on his first year of serious solo camping. After nearly 20 years of mostly camping with friends, he starts by explaining that solo camping changed everything for him.
For the best part of 20 years, I've been lucky enough to enjoy some fantastic wild camping adventures. Up mountains, hidden away in woodlands, but they've always been as part of a group or with at least one other person. This year, I finally got into solo camping.
After years of group trips, he suddenly spent dozens of nights alone in tents and bivy bags, hidden in woods, fields, and mountains. One of the biggest advantages is how little space solo camping needs. When he is alone, he can fit into tiny hidden spots, even places where a tent would never work. He once slept in a literal woodland ditch because there was no flat ground, something impossible with a group.
I actually set up my bivy bag in a literal ditch in a bit of woodland because there was just no flat ground. And if there had been maybe 2 or 3 of us, even just an extra person, and if it had been 2 of us planning to spend the night in the tent, it simply would not have been possible to do so in the absolute stealth conditions of sleeping in that dense woodland, because there just wasn't even enough room really for the bivy bag, never mind a tent or finding an extra few ditches for extra people with me.
But being alone also makes him feel more vulnerable. A group of tents can scare off trouble, while one person in a bivy feels easier to target.
B, if I'm out there on my own rather than with, say, 4 people or 5 people as I have been in the past, I am going to feel, and I think this is something that a lot of people will be able to understand, even if they don't feel it themselves, but I'll feel far more vulnerable because I am one person rather than a group or a team of maybe 4 or 5 people like I have been in the past. And I certainly feel that if there was anybody out looking to cause trouble and cause mischief, they would be deterred by simply the sight of a group of tents or bivvies together, rather than if they saw just one person or one tent and one bivvy out on its own in an isolated, secluded location.
He says he has had strange and spooky moments even if he was never in real danger. He also explains that stealth is much easier alone. One small bivvy can disappear into the landscape, while several tents or people create shapes that are much easier to spot.
It's far easier to disappear as one person with one bivvy bag than it is as a group, and it's amazing just how much of a difference that can make, that if you're one person trying to camouflage yourself and hide in the general overgrowth, undergrowth, whatever kind of growth you want to be hiding in, it's incredible how much easier it is for one blot on the landscape to disappear. Whereas if you have a little cluster of blots on the landscape, I use blot on the landscape, maybe that's not the nicest or correct term, but if you've got a few people that are making a few unnatural shapes that stand out in the surroundings, you will be far more visible than if you were one unusual, unnatural lump in the great outdoors. Just to dig a little deeper on the idea of feeling safe or feeling at risk, that can have a massive impact on your overall camping experience, whether you're a solo camper or with a group.
The hardest part is the mental battle. This year, he abandoned more camps than usual because once fear takes over, the night is ruined. Even if nobody is around, lying alone in the dark can make every sound feel suspicious. Solo camping also lets him travel extremely light and move at his own pace. Sometimes he leaves after dinner with only basic gear, camps near woods or hills, and returns before most people know he was gone.
Now, another important thing, and I think this is definitely another pro and a con depending on which situation you're in, being able to travel really light and at your own pace. So when I've been out on some occasions with just my very, very basic bivvy bag and my lightweight summer sleeping bag, and then just the basics of food preparation stuff, I literally have barely been able to lose any more weight from my kit. And in fact, if I had better quality kit, it would probably weigh a little bit more because the materials might be a little stronger and a little thicker. But I've loved being able to really march out really quick some evenings on my own, not taking my camera or tripod and recording stuff, or my phone. I suppose I've always got my phone that I do my recording on, but not actually doing any proper filming or making a video out of a camp trip.
Still, he admits group camping often feels slower, safer, and more enjoyable. Friends help share gear, remember forgotten items, and make the journey feel less rushed.
On some occasions, that gung-ho, right, I'm going to march out as quick as I can, lightweight, travelling quick across the country, that's great for some occasions, but other times I definitely find myself wishing that I'd been able to stop and savour the moment. And I know for myself that when I'm with friends, we always tell ourselves we need to stop more on our hikes, we need to slow down the ascents that we're doing and making ourselves worn out and stuff. And without a second person there to sort of regulate my my pace, I suppose, without somebody there to regulate my enthusiasm and my absolute optimism, it's definitely sometimes that I've marched out to a point where I want to camp, and then I find myself basically there maybe an hour earlier than I needed to be.
In the end, solo camping wins mainly because of convenience. No planning around others, no cancellations, no delays. Just grab the gear and go.